So guys, the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do on our McLaren is go ahead and install this shock right here. Let's go ahead and start getting these downpipes on the car. Here's our new exhaust we're gonna be putting on right here, full titanium. And it did actually start smoking really bad the other day when we started it. We didn't... Guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be back to work on our Mclaren 720S. As you guys see in the previous video, we finally got this thing running, which is a huge milestone, huge accomplishment. So guys, we actually went ahead and made some super limited edition Vtuned 720S hoodies. As you can see, it's all embroidered and the hoodies are actually super high quality. So if you guys want to copy one, head over to vtuned.com. They are limited, so they're gonna sell out pretty quick. So let's get back to work on our McLaren. The first thing we're gonna go ahead and do on our McLaren is go ahead and install this shock right here. We actually got this shock from a company called BMA European. They have tons of parts for BMWs, Porsches, McLarens, obviously, and I just love giving back. So I'll drop their link down below. Go ahead and check them out if you're looking for some hard to find parts. They have a lot of parts in stock. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed on the car. First thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and go to our old tub because we do need to grab our bracket. It bolts on right here. So let's go to our old tub and get that off. So guys, we actually ran into a bit of a problem. As you can see, these shocks are different. This is a right side shock, and then this is our left side shock. I'm guessing I just overlooked the eBay listing and ordered the wrong one, but it's all good. Sometimes setbacks happen. But now what we're gonna do is go ahead and start buttoning up a lot of stuff in the rear. I wanna go ahead and fill this car with antifreeze, get it started, get it warmed up, and then we can start swapping on the new exhaust and button everything else in the back up. So the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do on this car is go ahead and button up everything to do with the cooling. All we need to do is put 2 bolts in here and plug up these clamps right here, and then we can start filling this thing up with coolant and let it run and see how everything goes with it. So we got everything situated back here with this tank, and now what we need to do is cap off both of the front radiator lines, and we can start filling this thing up and start it up and let it run. So these lines up here, these are actually for the water to air intercooler, so they're low temperature cooler. So I'm just gonna basically grab one of these other tubes that I got off the parts McLaren and just simply cap them off like that. So cooler can still flow perfectly, and we can go and bleed the back, and everything will be good in the back. And then once we get these coolers in from Europe, we can go ahead and just put them on later. But I really want to get this car running, get everything situated in the back so we can get all the back panels on and everything. So let's get these on here. So we got both of these lines all plugged up, and guys, this is just temporary. We will be getting our coolers in, but they're just gonna take a long time because they're coming from Europe. So now that we have everything capped off up front, ready to go, we're gonna go ahead and start filling it up with some antifreeze. And we did get the right stuff. It's this Xerox right here. I don't know, I think that's how you say it, Xerox G48. So let's go ahead and start filling it up. So we got all the antifreeze in the car. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and start it up and let it run.
Underscores fears that some of the very people assigned to protect
So check that out, guys. We got the car all warmed up. The oil temperature is 187 and then the coolant is 199, and we've been kind of revving it for a couple of minutes. It's been like 10 minutes since the car's been on, so it seems like everything is good back there. And check out how healthy this thing sounds. Oh yeah, sounds good. So we got the car all running good. We did go ahead and let it run for like 30 minutes, let all the temperatures go up to spec. The oil temperature was at like 190 and so was the water temperature, and there was no leaks or anything, so I think we're good to go on that. And it did actually start smoking really bad the other day when we started it. We didn't really film it. I have a little bit of clips I'll show you guys right here. It just started smoking really bad out the exhaust pipes, and I thought the whole engine was bad, but it turns out I think there was just some oil left inside the water to air intercooler or the catalytic converters, because we were kind of tipping the engine over, but we let it run for a little bit longer and it's good to go. No smoke was coming out. Now we can go ahead and start swapping in our new exhaust and go ahead and put all of our heat shielding back here, and pretty much the entire rear of the car will be good to go. So guys, here's our full exhaust from Zenrage. They sent us this pretty beautiful unit right here. We got exhaust tips, here's the actual unit, and then we have the downpipes. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna make it sound a lot louder because it is pretty loud just with the stock cats on right now. So hopefully once we put these on, it'll be a lot louder and we'll be able to get some pops and crackles hopefully out of here. But check this out. The crazy thing is about this exhaust, it has this heat wrap that's actually TIG welded to the actual downpipe, which is, I've never seen that before. So big shout out to Zenrage. Now, if you're looking for an exhaust, make sure you hit them up. I'll drop the link down below and get you a high quality exhaust like this. So let's go ahead and start getting these downpipes on the car. So the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is remove our old downpipes. They're pretty simple. I remember putting them back in. Super easy to do. So let's go ahead and get both of them off and get those installed in here. With it. Alright. So we got both downpipes off, and man, let me tell you guys, these are so freaking heavy compared to our Zenrage downpipes right here. So let's go ahead and swap the sensors over to the new downpipes, then we'll go ahead and put these downpipes back inside the car. Bolts per exhaust. So we got both downpipes installed on the car. Everything went in smoothly. Everything is bolted up. And now what we need to do is go ahead and start putting on all these heat shields that go over here. And then we can actually go ahead and put the entire exhaust system on in the back. So we got this lower heat shield on. Now let's go ahead and grab the exhaust and put it on. So here's our new exhaust we're gonna be putting on right here. Full titanium by Zenrage. So much lighter than our stock exhaust right here. I'm pretty sure this thing weighs like 25 pounds and then that exhaust actually weighs like 5 pounds. So it's a huge weight savings. So let's go ahead and grab that thing and slap it on the car. So we got the entire exhaust bolted on, everything is good to go. Now let's give this thing a cold start and see how it sounds. So there it is, guys. We got the entire exhaust installed, and man, this thing sounds absolutely amazing compared to the stock exhaust. It was a bit quieter, and honestly, I was thinking this thing was gonna be a lot louder since we got the cat deletes, but honestly, it's just a little bit louder, and it's just perfect to my liking. What do you guys think? Go ahead and drop some comments down below. Let me know. I mean, honestly, it doesn't sound as good as like a Lamborghini Huracan or something because those are naturally aspirated. This thing does have twin turbos, and then those turbos kind of mess with the noise, but honestly, I think it just sounds pretty cool. So this exhaust is also gonna add horsepower. I'm thinking like 20 to 30 horsepower. That's what I read online. And we are also going to go ahead and get this thing dyno tuned once we get everything back together, just to make sure everything is in spec. And I'm pretty sure it's going to shoot a little bit of flames, which is going to be super cool. We're going to be doing some pretty sweet content with this car when it's done. But now that we got the exhaust on, we can pretty much go ahead and start buttoning up everything else. We can go ahead and start putting everything on over here. We have to put one more heat shield over there, and then we can also go ahead and button up everything on the sides, and then this thing will be pretty much ready to go. So we pretty much have everything buttoned up back here. We got all these wires situated exactly where they need to go. Everything is looking pretty good. Kind of sucks though, you can't really see much of the exhaust, but I'm pretty sure you will be able to see it back here because I probably won't. There's a cover that goes right here. It says Mclaren on it, but it's missing. And I'll probably just keep it off because it looks pretty sick in there. And you'll be able to just see the exhaust like that. But now that we pretty much have all this stuff back together, we're gonna go ahead and put the air vents onto the radiators. And that's pretty much everything we can possibly do in the back, because for the quarter panels, we are gonna have to remove them to paint because there's a lot of nooks and crannies that you can't paint them on the car. So let's go ahead and get these air vents on the side, and that'll pretty much be everything for the rear. So that is pretty much everything we can possibly do on the rear of this car. As you guys know, we will have to take these quarter panels back off once we're ready to get everything nice and painted, because you really honestly won't be able to paint like back here and under there. So we will be taking them off later to get them painted. But honestly, it just looks amazing. Just put all these panels on and it's starting to look like a car again, because man, it's been around 2 months. This car's been in 1,000 pieces, but finally it's all coming back together. So now what I want to do is go ahead and give it a nice cold start, make sure nothing is rattling or anything in the back, and then after that pretty much everything's gonna be complete in the back. So guys, that's gonna be pretty much a wrap for today's video. We got a lot of work done on the McLaren, pretty much buttoned up the entire rear, or as much as we possibly can, and now we're pretty much just gonna have to be waiting for parts on the front end. And the good thing is there is a parts car, or the parts car that I showed you guys in a previous episode. It is finally going up for auction, but honestly I kind of already bought some of the parts. I bought the hood, I bought both fenders, so we're not gonna buy the parts car, but the good thing is we can buy the parts from the people who buy that parts car, and it should have everything, all the little brackets. We won't have to wait for the parts from Germany, so we can probably get this thing done by the end of next month, hopefully. But if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, drop a like, follow me on Instagram, and check out Vtuned.com for some cool merch.